The St. George's Secondary School was credited for adopting the Caribbean Examinations curriculum when the school launched its 10th anniversary celebrations at the HLSCC on Sunday, January 25th, under the theme, A Decade of Excellence in Education. Chairman of the Board of Management at St. George's Secondary School, Gerard Ferrara QC, says despite financial and other challenges, the institution adopted the internationally recognized CXC syllabus to assess the competence of its graduating students.
We are first and foremost a well-established and credible secondary educational institution, one which has made its mark and will continue to do so on the BVI landscape. We have in several years been at the forefront of strategic decision-making, particularly as it relates to the appropriate curriculum to be taught and the preparation and testing of students for graduation. Thank you. An important example of this is our decision from very early in the life of the school to go the route of the CXC examinations. This was made at a time when the entire territory had for many years moved away to some degree and de-emphasized CXC. We as a board recognized very early that the only sensible and internationally recognized option available to assessing the level and competence of our students in various subjects was the CXC regional examinations. We led in this regard when others, including some parents, not only taught differently, but were critical of our decision and hence uncertain of whether they would keep their student at the school. Time has, of course, proven us correct, and it is notable that the government and the education department has now taken that decision and has mandated that all students in the territory must be prepared for and take the CXC examinations. But how did we get to where we are today? Our journey to this point is an interesting and challenging one, filled with many hurdles, none of which, I am proud to say, has proved insurmountable.
Presenting a historical overview of the educational facility, Acting Principal Faith Ann Adams says, since St. George's Secondary opened its doors in 2004, it has graduated 119 students.
Our then Principal Malcolm Davis, Margaret Smith, Mrs. Rose Kavanagh, and I welcomed 17 eager students to their first day of a fully equipped secondary school. The first year was not without obstacles. We began our first Trinity term with no principal, and yet we never skipped a beat. We persevered in faith. By May, we were blessed with Dr. Myrna Belgrave, and by then, there were 25 students, and in June, Mrs. Odalis Gonzalez joined us. In the meantime, the expansion committee was hard at work preparing for our new campus. I remember in early 2005, a gathering in a dirty garage in Palestina, filled with an air of certainty that one day, classrooms would replace car grease, whiteboards would replace graffiti and grime. And surely enough, by September 2006, we moved into a beautiful campus in that same Palestina. Since then, we have made our mark. 119 students have graduated from St. George's Secondary School, the majority of whom obtained grade 1 passes at the school leaving examinations. And among them is the individual to obtain the highest GPA in the history of the school leaving examinations. Most of our graduates have pursued tertiary education. All of them are making a productive contribution to their community.
The St. George's Secondary Division first graduation took place in June 2009.